AAA studios keep insisting on and on that AI slop being put in these video games are only there for the sake of ideation, right? But the way it's getting used in these games is becoming something of a cycle, and Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis' studio is just showing off that cycle to me further and further. Let's get into it, boys. Shoutouts to Polygon for the article. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis studio confirms AI use, a tool that can help our teams, which is what these copers always say when it comes to them trying to defend AI usage in media. Obviously, it's all a load of BS and it should not be in any creative medium at all. But regardless, the developer affirms that all final assets will be human-made, which I don't believe at all. But yeah, before we get into this, I would politely ask that you guys like and subscribe if you are tired of AI seeping into everything that you love. Here on this channel, I try to cover this stuff every day, so if you're as tired of this as I am, be sure to stick around. But yes, the article. After stirring controversy last week, Crystal Dynamics has offered clarity on how exactly generative AI was used in Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis' development. In an interview with Polygon, Crystal Dynamics experienced director Jeff Adams explained that the tech was specifically used to create test assets. Crystal Dynamics dredged up some ongoing anxiety around generative AI's role in game development last Thursday following the Legacy of Atlantis' release date reveal at Summer Games Fest. Observers noticed that the game's Steam page featured an AI disclosure. The note said that Gen AI was used for ideation, which left a lot of room for interpretation. Adams gave Polygon more details on exactly what he means. At Crystal Dynamics, we see AI as a tool that can help our team get the right answers faster, Adams told Polygon. In early level development, we might have had an idea for an in-game object, but we might not be sure if we want to take the time to have devs build it. What we can do is use a Gen AI tool to visualize it in the world. If it works, we can move it into our traditional pipeline, and from there, the core team can concept it and build it. At the end, all the finished product in the final game will be human crafted. We want to make it as easy as possible for our team to be able to make high-quality experiences. That's what the fans deserve. Judging by previous examples of studios disclosing their AI usage, Crystal Dynamics' explanation isn't likely to placate detractors of the tech. That seems like a very clever process and when it comes to the usage of generative AI, but I also find that to be complete bullshit, because if you really wanted to use that process specifically without using AI at all, you could just use placeholders instead of using AI to create assets by itself. And furthermore, you're gonna have to forgive me, but after seeing what happened with Larian Studios and Crazy Taxi and Kingdom Hearts and Black Desert and Neverness to Everness, I am 200% confident that this is all just PR nonsense. Boys, legit, I have absolutely zero faith that these dudes are actually going to replace these AI assets with something non-generated by the end of their finished product. They're gonna keep as much slop in there as they can as long as nobody notices. And then when the game comes out and people notice, and people do eventually notice it, because they will, people are having eyes like a hawk when it comes to AI slop in their games now, that they're just going to use the excuse that they missed removing it for launch when they get caught. Which, by the way, has already happened several times with other games. It happened with Black Desert, it happened with Neverness to Everness, and it's going to happen with Crazy Taxi most likely. And yeah, that's the cycle that I'm talking about. Game Studio uses AI in their creation process. Game Studio leaves AI assets in the finished product of the game. Players notice and start verbally lambasting them on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, and then they'll say, sorry, we didn't realize that we left it in there, which is obviously a bullshit-ass lie. But yeah, those are my thoughts. What are y'all's? Whatever it is, be sure to let me know in the comment section. That's gonna wrap this video up, boys. This is Jack Talks Back, signing out. You guys have a good one.